In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. You have to understand how things are up here. In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune.
Pisces, how you getting on, guys? So we are going to do a June 2020 tarot reading, and then, but first of all, we're going to look at your channel messages. How you doing, Pisces? I hope you had a great May. The first channel message that I picked up for you guys was performance and arts, artistic, or probably autism. Maybe if there are a lot of you they're saying if somebody has children, there is something to do with like autism. I don't know why. I don't know if you've got children or you're expecting one, and you might be expecting. They're saying expecting the worst news to do with like autism, and I don't know if you work with vulnerable children, or if there is some kind of expectancy of autism. So I don't know, orthodontist. I'm also picking up an orthodontist or an orthodontist as well. Dentist? The dentist, like author, but okay. Author or becoming an author, like a writer or a skilled worker in some kind of like formal manner. But they're saying like a formal manner, like a form, like transform or Scorpio energy. But form, so I'm definitely hearing Scorpio, but form, like form rooms. I'm picking up like schooling and going to school and performance arts, and fall also energy, which would be a Pisces, but a new beginning, a really fresh start, a fresh outlook terms. I'm also hearing the new school term. There are going to be new terms, like a lot of things being drafted up. They're saying things being drafted up, looking at your work plan, and then there's going to be new terms, but there are going to be conditions to the terms. So if you work with children or vulnerable children or something like that around hospitals or something, there are going to be things that are going to be drafted up where it's going to be given to you, or you're the one that's giving it and saying, right, this is my draft. There is a lot to do with like something's drafty, crafty. They're also saying crafty, like, so this is like arts and crafts, performance arts. I'm definitely picking up like performance arts and crafts, but I don't know if you see someone as crafty. Crafty fox is normally of the term in Britain, the crafty fox. You could be doing something with maybe a Leo, maybe, but a fox, someone that's very hot, also very hot to handle. Definite fire sign is what I'm picking up. Hot to handle. Like pots and pans and handling and trying to handle something. It's like I've got complete control and a handle of this. It's kind of like you've been asked to do something. It's like no, it's okay. I've got a handle of it. I've got a grip. There's something to do with like I've like a grip of like keeping a grip of things. It's like I'm just trying to keep the grip of everything that I've got coming up and of everything that I'm doing. So I'm trying to keep a grip. So I think someone has got a grip on you as well, or the name Crip. I'm also hearing Crip. Okay, the name Crip. Like Krypton factor as well, facts, figures, cryption key, decryption, like a decryption key. I don't know what that is. What is that? Decryption? Like a description or decryption, like ciphering code and stuff. I mean, pretty much like this, but cryption, like cryption. They're saying crip, creep. Like I'm a creep. I'm a widow. Some of you could be possible dealing with a Scorpio. There could be some kind of like widow type thing. I always pick up Wisp in the Willow as well, like an author or a book for some of you, but also like a whisper. Can you hear the birds? Whisper. A bit like Mary Poppins, feed the birds. You could be dealing with the Six of Pentacles possible. Feeding. Some of you are become a grandma or something. Grandma or grandma? That's the same thing, right? But like feeding a baby for some. I'm picking up breastfeeding and feeding. Like feeding. Like I'm feeding them and I'm feeding them and I'm feeding them. So I don't know what you're feeding, but you're looking into your funds and also your feed, which would be anything that you do internet based, your feed. It's like my fee also, this is my fee. So some of you are going over like how much you charge for certain things, and this is your fee, okay? Or fee. I'm also hearing like fee and the patter of tiny feet. But fee, what's your fee? How much is your fee? It's like charging and renting and charging. I'm also hearing rant, like I'm ranting and raving, or the name Anthony, also Anthony and Ansia, Alicia. I'm also hearing Alicia Keys, but Elisa or Annalise, something like that. Okay, and leasing, also leasing things out. Leasing, nanny. I'm also hearing like a nanny for some reason, because I'm definitely hearing like children and stuff like that, like defeat, like also someone's like trying to defeat something, beat something, also like competition. I'm definitely picking up like competition energy around you, Pisces. I nearly said Scorpio. Like competition, like trying to beat the competition, or like beat people. I don't know why I'm picking up the Five of Wands, like beating people off with a stick. I don't know why, like a lot of attention, or I don't know why you would be beating people though. It's like you're beating. It's like whatever it is, it's like I'm beating. It could be beats. Hopefully you like the music. I have got something coming up with that. If you like the music and the intros that I kind of produce and put together, if you like all those kind of things, stay tuned, because I've got some things that are kind of in the works. But like beats. Some of you could like beats, like making music, all that kind of stuff too. Like making beats. I keep hearing making beats. So I think like you're beating someone, or something to do with like that. They keep saying about beating someone. I don't know why people are beating people. Hopefully they're not beating people up, or someone's beating themselves up. It's like, oh, I just beat myself up. It's like, so don't get distraught, is what they're saying. Don't get distraught. Don't beat yourself up. Someone feels downtrodden or down in the dumps around your energy, and it's like, I don't feel so down in the dumps, because I'm picking up like a dumpster or something, like a trumpet or a trumpster, top trumps. Some of you, this is like top trumps, like the game Top Trumps. Don't know why I'm hearing that one, guys. Are you playing Top Trumps? It's like the arcanas, the major arcanas, and the major. Am I top trump? Like, am I top trump? Oh, Donald Trump. Donald's not a Pisces, right? I don't know if he's got Pisces in his chart. Donald Trump. Trumpet. Blowing your own trumpet. Someone is blowing their own trumpet. Someone's definitely doing it to themselves, or someone's blowing your trumpet for you, men, possibly. Or trumpet. Trump. They keep saying Trump. Trump change. Well, that's just chump change. I don't know why there seems to be a competition or continuation of something. That's just chump change. So I don't know. There's a lot to do with like money and like change. They definitely I keep seeing the Six of Pentacles, and to do with like changing things and chump changing things, or like literally changing a lot of stuff. And it's like, it's just changing, and it's changing, and things are changing. There seems to be a lot of change, a lot of money and a lot of change though. I'm sure that sounds strange, right? But it's to do with money, but it's also to do with like a lot of change. Like there seems to be a lot of change. I don't know, because I keep picking up like these boxes of change, like, and there's just change and there's more change. It just seems to be like there's more change coming through. Chain, like a chain reaction. Who sang that one? Chain reaction. Having a chain reaction, like a ganger, or like a chain of something. Like I'm making my own chains. Oh, some of you could be making your own chains, because I'm picking up a binding spell. Ooh. Hope not, Pisces. Hope, and a lot of you are not into a binding spell. You could be something to do with a Capricorn, because I'm picking up Capricorn and binding spell. Something is binding, legally binding. Now, if that's not weird, if people are doing spells, then I'm not interested. You have to go on some other channel. But binding, like legally binding, and you're in this contract with a possible Capricorn, maybe somewhere. Might not be a sun sign, but I'm picking up like you're in like something is legally binding, because I'm picking up like a stamp of approval, and it's like, okay, just sign on the dotted line, and then both, it's yours. You are now legal, like, because I'm picking up like you are now a legal citizen, or you are now the legal owner of something, right? So you might be branding or Brandon, but branding something of your own and say, okay, now me, I know that I'm going on, I'm joining, I forget what it's called, well it was Disco Kid, but I'm not going to join the Disco Kid one now. There's a different one that which is Tune Tracks, which is where you can put out your own music across websites and stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking into that and legally doing everything, making sure everything's above board in order to sell music. Okay, so some of whatever it is for you guys, I think that you're legally putting a stamp on it, whatever it is. Okay, I'm definitely picking up a lot of British things, because I picked up London was the first place. Was London, capitalising, and Capricorn. Capricorn came out of capitalising, but capital. This is my capital. Well, I mean, in Britain, London is the capital of England, right? So it might not be London, England, but I'm definitely picking up the capital. So it could be like the capitale, the capitale. I'm also picking up France, and Germany for some reason, like France, Germany. So definitely like England, right? British, well, you know. But this way, the UK kind of way. But like capitalising on things. So some of you could be from London, England. There is a lot to do with France at the moment. I mean, France, for me, is really not that far. You've only got to go through the Channel Tunnel, really, and then on a ferry, but it's really not that far, France. But me, I actually have a future plan on what I want to do. I mean, I don't go on holidays and things like that, but you know the place that I've always wanted to go, where I've never been, is Venice. I actually have a plan that I would actually really like to go to Venice. But anyway, we're going to go on with that one. But I'm definitely hearing like capital, Capricorn, capitalising, like putting a cap on it, this is your limit, and I'm putting a cap on it, right? So I don't know if this is relating to a Capricorn, or it's like, okay, I need to put a cap on that just to make sure that that's there, that I'm putting a cap on that one, and you can't take anything out of there. This is a bit like an ISIS account or an account, okay? An accountant, you could be an accountant, or there could be something where like we're putting a lid on it. We're putting a cap on this, so you can't take any more. I don't know if someone's feeding you money, or you're feeding someone money, or you're feeding something, but whatever it's being fed into, they're saying the federal department or the legal department or whatever it is that you're feeding, okay, you're putting a cap on it. So you're putting loads of stuff into something, and then you're putting a cap on it for a later date and saying, yeah, that's my capital, that's my main pot of money. I see a lot of like putting caps on things to make sure that you don't overdo it in certain aspects, that you could have jobs in different places and you're putting a cap on this one and saying, okay, well, we can put a freeze on that, because there's freezing. Some of you could well be into Ableton and stuff that I do, which is freezing. You come out of a line of music and then you freeze it and then you duplicate it and then you have a look at that and then you kind of like work on that piece so you don't delete it. It's just part of freezing. But I'm picking up like frozen assets as well for a lot of you. Freezing stuff, like freezers, fridge freezers, and freezing food, and I don't know where all these are coming from, Pisces, but that's what they're saying, like freezing stuff, being frozen. Right, that's my frozen asset, it's being frozen. Something is being kept from someone, and it's like, well, this is being frozen, so you can't go into that one because that's frozen. Like a frozen account, I don't know, are there accounts out there that are frozen? I don't know. But let me in, can't wait to let it begin, can't wait to get back in. Can't wait to get back into this. It's kind of like that you go out and you do something like, you know what, I just can't wait to get back in. I mean, do a lot of you Pisces do what I do, which is isolate yourself quite a lot from people? I mean, I do. You know, I love the outdoors, but I realised that the more I became a medium and the more open I got, I found it more and more difficult to actually deal with humans. You know, honestly, I find it very difficult to go outside quite a lot. Now, I don't know if that's an internal problem, and I do like being out, but I like being in a car or in a van or driving. I get most clarity. But when I go out, I don't know. I personally feel very strange when I'm outside. I don't know, it's as my gift kind of like came in, I started to feel more and more and more like that I just can't wait to get back in. Like, okay, now I'm also picking up that a lot of you, that someone can't wait to get back into something. Like, I just can't wait to get back into that. Like, I'm just got this urge and I just love doing that and I can't wait to get back into it. Okay, I'm also picking that up around your love lives as well. Like, I can't wait to get back into a relationship, or I can't wait to get back in with them. Like there's a pact. I'm definitely picking up Leo energy as a pact. It's like making a pact and I can't wait to get back in. I don't know if you're like making plans and you're saying with each other, like, I can't wait until we can get back into a relationship, or I can't wait until we can get back into socializing or something like that, and I can't wait until we can. Okay, I'm also picking up ceremony as well. Only comes out of grand occasions. Like, I only come out on a grand occasion. It's like something to do with like grands, grandmas, Grandchester, wow, Pink Floyd, man. The Grandchester Meadows. Wow. Has any of you ever listened to that album? The Grandchester Meadows by Pink Floyd. That was a long time ago, bruv. Grandchester Meadows. Wow. That's an orchestra, right? But Grandchester Meadows. The Meadow. Grandchester Meadows. I don't know if that's a place for a lot of you that's important. Meadow. The Meadow. Meadow School. Like a school, like called Meadow School or something. Meadows. Ferry Hill or Meadow. Oh, some of you are from my town. Or from where I am. I'm picking up places, well, I'm picking up my own sign, really. But, like Ferry Meadows. Ferry Meadows was a shopping mall, right? Ferry Meadows. Well, no, it was a nursery that sold plants, was Ferry Meadows. Sure it was. Ferry Meadows, yeah. It's a place that sold plants and things. Do you have a place called Ferry Meadows in different places in the world? I'm sure you must. But preparing a masterpiece and performance and arts is what you guys had. Okay, so things are changing with the channel, Pisces. I hope you're alright, but you've probably watched your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. If this doesn't relate to you, then you can check those out. Please keep an open mind through these readings. But now we look into your tarot reading for June. Things have changed over on Patreon if you want to join. The music and stuff will be sold separately over there if you want that for a start, until I get things organised with of what I would really want to do with iTunes and Spotify and things like that. But at the moment it is going over to Patreon if you want it. The readings, now this will go to the $5 reading. Okay, as normal, this reading for the extended will go to the $5 reading. Everything else after that will just not even come out on YouTube unless I'm doing element readings and stuff like that. But the personal readings for you versus them, how do they feel about you, different decks, different cards, looking at separating the energies, seeing what's coming between you and all that sort of stuff, weeklies and monthlies and you versus them and all that kind of stuff, they're just going to, and channel messages, they're all just going to go to Patreon, and they more than likely won't come out on YouTube. So if you're a tier 2 member now and you wonder where everything is, it's gone over there for those people that want to join, and for the loyal people that really have stuck in there with me, that have kept going with that one that is a little bit more expensive than this one. It's you know, I'd rather put all of my energy into something where I know people love watching and stuff like that, but a lot of people, and I do appreciate the support of the channel, but I have to get something back out of it, and through charging just the $5, a lot of people didn't join, and so I'm just going to have to raise the prices, or I'm just going to have to do my other job and something else. Okay, but I'd rather put all of my energy into the people that get the full extended and just the normal videos. So if you want to go over to Patreon, you want to take a look, it will explain what you get for benefits, and that they will be added different stuff. The yearly reading for your second half of the year is what I'm going to try and do as well, and that will be on tier 2 at some point, hopefully throughout the month of June. That will hopefully come through at some point, and you'll have access to that too. Okay, but you can take a look over there if you want. But if you just want to watch this reading as your overview, this will be put on both. So if you're still part of the $5 tier, you'll still get your month reading. Okay, so Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for June. The Lovers, oh no, not one, the Lovers. When you're in love with a beautiful woman. This is I Love You. 222. I love you too, is what I heard. I love you too. I love you too. Whatever it is, it's just you two. It's like, well, it's just us two. It's just us two. That's it. That's all they said. It's just us two. Some of you could be at home with a family member and it's just you two. It's like, well, it's just us two. That's all it is. If you was querying something, all I'm hearing is, well, it's just us two. That's it. It's just me and it's you. That's it. Me and you. That's all there ever will be. It's all. I've never really. I normally go straight on, but it's all I can hear is, it's just me and you. It's only me and you. Let's see, Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus, 4 June. For June. Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus for June. It's only me and you fighting. Really? Why on earth is that? Someone's getting triggered again by the Two of Cups. They're getting very confused. They're triggering each other off about what love is, or it's ruminating. It's like, well, I'm exhausted thinking about this relationship. Whatever it is exhausting someone where they feel like they have to defend the relationship or be offended in the relationship, or like, you know, because there's love there. There's the Two of Cups, but someone gets very, like, I don't know, like fight or flighty, kind of like, well, I really don't know what's, like, I'm thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. Because that's a lot of thinking, whatever that is. That's a lot of obsessive thinking, this card here. Because it's exhausting for the person to keep thinking about the Two of Cups. But they're being drawn back to it and being drawn back to thinking about it. So whatever happens, I'm always drawn back to thinking about it. It's like I can't get it out my head. Whatever it is that's bothering someone, they're like, I just can't seem to get you out my head or it out of my head, but it's in my head. It's like, it's just in my head. Whatever it is, it's just in someone's head. If there's any fear, it's just in someone's head. Unless you're having a major row. But it's just in someone's head. It's all they keep saying, and I don't normally come out with messages like that. But they said, I can't stop thinking about you, but it's in my head, and I don't know if I'm telling you that, but I'm doing it. I'm either telling you that in an abrupt way, or I'm trying to avoid you that because I don't want to tell you that, which is like, I love you. But there's like an energy of like, something is going around. Something is going around. Now, I don't know if that's gossip or if that's like going around in someone's head about this connection. Okay, so you got, sorry, I don't like to get too many out at once. But the 8, Leo energy, work is going around, it's going around, it's going around and around and around and around in my head. No wonder, because you've got the 8 of Pentacles. The 8s are my most spiritualist cards out of every single card to the deck. This is very esoteric. This is a plan. Okay, it's all being fed. You're in alignment with whatever it is that you're doing. But if you're in a lie with a lie, then you're in alignment with there's too much thinking. Because I've got too much work. There's a lot of work that it's taking to keep up this argument. If there's a lot of arguments, it's taking a lot of work to keep doing that. Okay. But there's the feed the birds, there it is, there's the 6, okay? So this is care and attention and equality. So the cards are coming good, okay? Wow, you've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles, so I didn't see those ones. Well, that's your counter-reaction. This is not a power play, you know. I hate it when people say, well, that's a power couple. I mean, really? Power couples, you know, you're not Hitler and... oh, who's the counterpart of Hitler? God, don't go down that road. But again, you know, power. But I'm hearing Austin or Australia. Power. The power play, the power couple. We are a power couple. Get the power couple out of your head, guys. That's putting people on pedestals. You know, like I said, you're not like Jay-Z and well, unless you're famous. But again, there's some kind of like, I mean, it's good. Come off the bad, Steve. It's just that I can't stand that world. That world. Can't stand that world. I know how you feel, Pisces. But I can't stand that word. Power couple. You're a power couple. No. But, well, I mean, this how it is, it seems like you're a force to be reckoned with, right? It's like we are a force. Like Luke Skywalker, or Luke. I'm hearing the name Luke, or like Lupus for some reason. Lupus? I don't know why Lupus is coming up. Lupus. But anyway, okay, very esoteric. There's the 6, caring, needing, care and attention. So you get that. So it's giving love, it's giving. It's everything is like giving and giving and giving. So whatever you've been giving, you're getting it back. Okay, so it's like if I owe you, you owe me, you give it me, I give you it back. So you give as good as you get, basically. So if you want me, you've got me, you give as good as you get. We had a fight, we dropped it, we started to build on it, we're now working on it. We're finding more of an equal balance to time and relationship. But you have your power couple right here, right? So also a family. These are court appearances and also family members. You're standing up strong. One stands as there's something that I don't know why this is coming across as some kind of discrimination for something. I don't know why. Like feeling like I don't know why I get this, of some kind of like racial thing, or the Rachel thing. I don't know what this is. But like the men go out and they earn the most amount of money, and then the women just kind of like think about the relationship, and that's my masculine, and that's me. This person looks for me, they protect me, I don't know why I'm picking up on this discrimination, so I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, but no, this is a lot of money. This person is a very good protective provider, and you are being watched. No matter what you do, you're being watched by the person that sees you with the most amount of value. Okay, there seems to be a lot of value in things that you do, and it's going to progress to be quite substantially rewarding for you of the decision that you made to do with your work and money. But this couple here is more about protection and value. It's like I see the value in you, and I see the amount of work that you're prepared and that you do for me, and I see the amount of work that you are prepared to now put into the relationship, because it is literally only just me and you. So if you had any fears of why that 5 is there, it feels like that what I was explaining through the Aquarian reading, not saying that they're here, but what I was explaining through that is that when you can admit defeat is when you stop fighting in your head, you stop ruminating about it, and that's when you stop to see it, because you ask for it. People don't seem to get in life that what you think is what you want, and that's what you get, and you ask for it. You ask for your karma, and if you ask for a 5 and a fight, and you're worrying about fear, then what you do is you push people away because of something of dark energy work that needs to be done within your soul and your condition and your groups of people. They start to fade away, and the energy starts to fade away when the work has been done of what you were supposed to go through at that period. Okay, so you'll have to look at the Aquarian reading if you was interested in that, because I can't, sometimes when I channel, I can't always remember everything at one go. But basically, when it's in the head, you get as good as you get, and what you get is your just desserts that just comes back to yourself to keep it up. Okay, so it's like that you have a lot to keep up on, like a lot of to catch up on, you and your partner. There's a lot of catching up. It's like, wow, so what have you been up to? Where have you been? How did you get on at work? Yeah, I got on really well. I got some more clients. And this went on. This can be a delicatessen. It can also be a care worker, all that kind of thing as well. But friends, family, what have you been up to? All that kind of stuff is here. Talking about the stability of the relationship and how you two can come together, or if you are together, but you're energetically together, you're energetically aligned here with this person. Whatever it is met its match. This is your perfect match. Your counterpart is someone that of your perfect match, right? meaning like you're thick as thieves. You do it to one another. You give as good as you get. You're both in each other's way. You stand in each other's way when you go through something, and you give as good as you get. So you put up a good fight, but then eventually you put the guards down and you start working on it again. Okay? Meaning your counterpart. You've met the person of your dreams that acts exactly the same way as what you do. Okay? About loyalty and respect of money and wanting to earn it and be the masculine, and the loyalty and respect of a feminine energy that wants a relationship that is quite capable enough of earning her own. Okay? Which is not sexist, it's just that the feminine energy will be more loyal in giving, and the masculine energy will be more loyal in taking, in taking time, but time to build one's career and energy of masculinity over a feminine energy that will see the masculine energy as someone that's a very good providing energy of someone that is actually very stable in life. Okay? And the right person for them. So basically, if you're in you're in a relationship with this person. You're not out of a relationship. If you're out of a relationship, then you're fighting with the person because they have a counterpart, right? But I'm not seeing that. But I don't know why I just heard that we're still apart from one another. Like we're together, but we're still apart. What have we got? Half an hour. Yeah, I definitely heard parting, like parting. Parsons or partial. I'm quite partial to a bit of that. Someone's very partial to something. I don't know why I'm hearing parcel. Parcels. Pass the parcel. You could be ordering a lot of parcels of something like being delivered. Like you get a lot of stuff, you put a parcel together and you put it out, or you're going to order a lot of parcels. And there are things that are going to come in through delivery services and stuff like that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is 5 here at home. Taurus also. Do you know that my only saviour in my actual chart, I don't think I have any other placements of Earth bar from the saviour of my Earth placement, which is my descending, which is Taurus. That is the only thing that keeps me grounded and stable within that, is that one placement, is the only placement of Earth that I have, I think. Everything else is mainly water and air and a little fire. But again, just a little fire, just a little fire, just a little fire. I don't know why I heard little fire. Just a small time break. School time break. This is like at school time. Some of you could work for the schools, right? School time break. I had lunchtime or something, like meet you at lunchtime, or I'll talk to you at lunchtime. Something like that, like during break times, like you probably talk to someone during your break, like you work and then when you have your break is when you talk. If you work with this person at work, you talk with people at work, and it's during your break time that you actually talk with your partner, is when you have the, like, it's so simple. It's generally just when you're working. The moment that you have a break is normally when you catch up, right? But I would say that. Okay, so we're going to go on the rest of your reading over on Patreon, guys. So from the beginning, basically, this one will go to the $5 tier, and the other tier I can't quite remember how much it is yet because I haven't opened up Patreon for a little while because I haven't done any readings to post them. But by the time that's done, I heard, by the time I read these lines, I'll be gone, dear John. Something to do with that, dear John letter, or something, I don't know. But your weeklies will more than likely be over there by the time I've finished these. I would have started the weeklies and more than likely started to post them over on Patreon. So if you join the tier 2, you will more likely have this reading and your weekly will be there. Okay. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below. Any other piece of multimedia site that I own, you can come to as well. The music and that I will let people know, but if you want to know about it, it is over on Patreon, hopefully by now, or just leave anything that you're unsure about and just leave me a message, okay? Alright guys, thanks very much. I hope you get on well during June, and I'll catch you again soon.